podcast is intended for adult audiences. Listener discretion is advised.
In the bayou, you gotta get down in the mud to find the good stuff. It's dark, it's dangerous, and we don't give a shit.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another edition of the Coonass Podcast. Thank you for tuning in today. I want to know that goddamn Terminator coming. I don't know, T. I don't know. We're going to look into that. And we're going to talk about other things. And we're going to try to get the chat fixed. But right now, let's get on with it. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in to another edition of the Coonass Podcast. I'm sorry that I didn't do Sundays like I normally do, but, we got some flickering going on. Don't worry about that. But it's because I'm trying to, I got my chat up. Got the chat up. Chat's up. Chat is up so y'all can talk. Y'all can chat up so y'all can talk to each other. It's all that good stuff. So, I'm trying to fix some stuff real quick so I can see the chat board. I forgot the puppet. It's okay. All right, we got it fixed. All right, so today we're going to talk about is that damn Terminator going to come after me, because I've been looking all over the place and you got all sorts of AI all over the place. If you don't know what AI is, artificial intelligence. Now, artificial intelligence scares the shit out of me. So I'm just going to be real. Artificial intelligence scares the living shit out of me. It does, because it's one of those things where you don't know what the hell is going to happen. You don't know what them damn machines are going to do. We're going to get into that. But first of all, we got a couple health updates. I always do my health updates for everyone. So number one, today I took my first Entyvio infusion. Now, if you've never taken an infusion, you go to the place where you get any type of infusion. You can get chemo there, whatever. You go in this room and you're in this little booth, okay? You have your own little booth, and you sit there, and they put the little IV in you, and the little machine, they hook it up where it pumps the stuff in there, but you got like a TV, and you get pillows, and it's like, they deck you out and stuff, and I'm like, look, I'm only going to be an hour, but it was pretty cool. It was an experience, so I have to get that every 2 weeks for the next 8 weeks, and then every 2 months after. Hopefully, ladies and gentlemen, this will work very well for me. So please pray for me if you can. Okay, now we're getting out of the way. We're going to get right into it. We're going to get right into it. I'm not going to sugarcoat nothing. We're getting right into it, okay? So, there's a reason why I want to go over this, because the first thing is smart technology making us dumb. I've said this forever and a day. People do not use their brains anymore. They depend on this shit right here. Okay? They depend on your cell phone. Okay, I don't need a new math. I got a calculator on that thing. I don't need to learn anything or any facts or anything. I'm going to look it up on YouTube. We do not use our brains anymore. We don't use this muscle up here. We use that phone to do everything for us. Now, technically, we're going to get into how we're getting smarter and dumber at the same time. But bear with me, ladies and gentlemen. Bear with me. So, is smart technology making us dumb? Yes and no. So, before we get into this article, I'm going to explain my standpoint on this. I believe in yes and no, and I'll tell you why. This is not getting smarter, but we have the world's knowledge at our hands, okay? So technically, if you want to go in the technical aspect, a human being technically knows more than human beings 20 years ago, not because of the actual knowledge in their brain, it's because they have something connected to them that gives them the knowledge so that they can look up the facts and do this shit for them. Okay? If you ever seen the movie WALL-E, that's what's happening, ladies and gentlemen. WALL-E's coming. We're all going to get fat. It's coming. Be ready. Now, so in this article here, And I want to read, I've heard a lot about this book, The Shallows, what the internet is doing to our brains. You know, we've discussed a little bit about how social media has polarized us, but the internet made it possible to where we didn't have to work as hard to achieve knowledge, you know, with remembering facts and learning principles. It doesn't matter. You know, you don't have to know how an engine works. All you have to do is go online and it tells you how to fix it. You don't know the actual principle of why you fix it. You just know that if I take this part, slap it on, it'll work. It's like doctors today. Doctors treat symptoms. That's kind of what you do, ladies and gentlemen. You're not actually learning the concepts to fix things fully and troubleshoot and I'm going to give you an example of this, okay? So I brought a generator to a local place here that is well known. Okay? They told me they cannot fix it, service it. I'm not going to say fix it. We use service because that's really what they were doing. They weren't fixing anything. They were just servicing it. We can't service it because we don't deal with that type of model. It's from a different country. So I brought it to an old school guy who knows engines. And guess what? He's already serviced it. It's ready to go within 2 days. The guy didn't have to know about reading a book and slapping on shit and whatever. It has to be a certain type of engine. He knew principles. He was old school. That type of knowledge is escaping us now, ladies and gentlemen. So, re-engineering humanity, okay? That's kind of the theme here. They re-engineer us. Like they don't want us to be smart. They just want us to be taught how to do something if we're told. Okay, that's what's going on right now. Why I'm bringing this up. Now, I actually return to the original question. I sound like a lawyer. It depends. It's yes in some ways and no in others. Just like I said. Now, I read this, but I've thought this forever. We must acknowledge the conceptual mistake of boiling intelligence down to a binary, smart versus dumb, if it exists on a single dimension. There are many different types of intelligence that matter, and how technology affects different types also varies considerably. So let me give you an example. I just gave you one. Concept of fixing something versus being told step by step. The concept of why something is broken and how you fix it. Again, guys, this is important. I bring this up because there's some shit we're gonna talk about in a little bit that really asks some really key questions. Why do I bring this up? You might be asking yourself, Brandon, why are you bringing this up right now? This is kind of out the curveball. Well, I'll tell you why. Right now I'm looking up here. I'm looking at the Bitcoin chart. Now, a lot of Bitcoin trading is controlled by AI bots. And all of a sudden, it just had a dump. It just dumped out of nowhere. Okay, we're just going to dump. Well, just going to go ahead and do. So AI robots do this. Do all this trading fast. Faster than a human being can trade. It's crazy, right? AI bots control the money in this world. They control cryptocurrencies. They control trading on Wall Street. It's all bots now. Guys, scary shit. Bots are controlling the world already. It's amazing, but it's scary. I'm going to get to it in a second. So the internet provides us with seemingly limitless data, prose, images, videos, and other raw materials that could, in theory, enhance our intelligence and enable us to become more knowledgeable, to be more skillful, or to otherwise use actionable intelligence. Now, that's right. Pretty much, and if you're wondering, if you see something in the back here, I got a new chair. I'll have to show y'all one day. I'll have to take the background off one day and let y'all see my new fancy chair. But back to what I was saying. And it's right when I said about the internet has pretty much all the materials for us to be all knowing, pretty much. Really, if you think about it. It's true. However, with that comes some other missteps in knowledge. The missing of the conceptual versus just what it is. What I mean by that is the concept of fixing something, or the concept of how something works, the principles behind it. If you don't learn that, then all you're doing is following directions how to fix something, but you're not going to learn that. You're not going to remember that. And that's what I talked about, going to one person who can fix an engine versus another. You got one that follows it book by book, step by step, will fix something what is told, given a series of, like if you look in the back of, say, any owner's manual, it gives you a troubleshooting guide, right? Well, the internet's like a troubleshooting guide, okay? It gives you, you can look up any type of diagnosis, literally. Hey, James is in the house. James Ford in the house. He's late, but it's fine. I was late too. But the concept, ladies and gentlemen, is knowing how to fix the engine versus just looking up a diagnosis and just following the directions to fix it. But you still don't understand the concept. So when something else happens, you have to go back to the internet. Now, that's great if you have access to the internet all the time, but what if you don't? Okay, what if you don't? How you just? It's like knowing car engines. Like, can you diagnose a car engine without looking on YouTube? That's the question. So then that wisdom goes away because it turns into wisdom once you have experience, and that's wisdom versus knowledge. Wisdom comes from experience. Knowledge comes from just reading something. So wisdom in this world, they call it all intelligence. Really, it's wisdom. Wisdom is leaving this world at an exponential rate because people do not understand concepts. All they do is pretty much depend on the internet. Okay, so we talked about how the internet gives us limitless data, but do we use it? Like, does it make us smarter? Do we actually use our brains? Do we make intelligent decisions? Fuck no! All you have to do is go on YouTube and look up dumbass falls. Just write those 2 words, dumbass falls, 3 words. You have people acting the ass. You got people, it's what it is. What the internet has done is made everyone dumber because they don't use common sense. They don't use wisdom. Should they do something? They don't care. As long as it gets on the internet and people look at it, they don't give a shit. These younger kids don't give a shit. Man, people don't care no more. They record anything. It's crazy. Are we extending our mind? Are they extending their mind or extending the reach of others into their mind? If you rely on GPS, who's doing the route planning? It's true. Reading maps. Reading fucking maps. I got people that work in my department that have no... If I give them a map and tell them they need to go somewhere, they will be lost in 5 minutes. Because they don't understand the concepts. They don't understand how to read a map. You know, we used to use something called in my business called the Metro Key. The Metro Key was a book of maps of your area, and that's what you relied on, how to get somewhere. I mean, the Metro Key was awesome, but you had to know how to read a map. These kids today, ask a person under the age of 30 to read a fucking map, and I guarantee you they cannot. When technology goes bye-bye, when we get into a stupid situation where China or Russia, one of those guys, decide we're going to throw up an EMP. Now, if you don't know what EMP is, it's an electromagnetic pulse. It pretty much shuts down any and all electronics around it and, whatever. If we have one of those events, do you honestly think these people that rely on the internet right here, do they honestly think that they are going to be able to read a map or survive? Fuck no! It's crazy. Probably can't read a damn map. James Ford says they can't count fucking change out of a bill when you pay for something. You're absolutely right about that. I had that happen to me yesterday at a gas station. Owed me $3, motherfucker gave me $2. I'm like, hey, bruh, you don't know. You owe me $3.25. I mean, yeah. Anyway. So, why do I bring this? Pretty much proving, this article says a lot. If you get a chance, go read it. Pretty much, it talks about how, advertisers, they use analytica stuff. They look at us, how we act and whatever. And they get a lot of data from us, okay? But are we as a general human race getting smarter? No, we are not, okay? There's a lot of things that people can't do because they rely on your phone. The phone can do it for me. Why do I need to learn? Trust me, motherfucker, you need to learn. Probably can't even change the tire. Oh, I'll call an Uber. I'll call somebody to change my tire for me. That's what it is. So we're not using our noggin. We're just letting the phone do the work for us. But common sense and wisdom is out the window. That is gone. Try to have an actual intelligent conversation with somebody today. Watch the movie Idiocracy. That's about the conversation you'd have. Now, as some old school skills appear, but tech isn't just dumbing people down. We're also learning new things. So, if you don't know what that is, that's a sextant. Now, I've never used one, but I know what it's used for. The navigators in the Navy use this. They use longitudinal lines and stars to navigate the seas. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Didn't need a GPS. Didn't need a phone. Use that little nice little doodad right there and said, hey, I can find where the hell I'm going. Pretty cool, right? Well, the reason why I bring this up, we're not gonna, I'm not gonna pay for Bloomberg. But here's why. Right here. This is why I bring that up. Yeah, we're learning new things, but look, we're all getting dumber. New science proves, and no one is sure why. I can't see. It doesn't take this article right here must have been written by one of these dumbasses that use the phone all the time and doesn't have any common sense. I just explained why. Because we're not using our brain. We're not using tools and learning concepts and learning how things work. We know why it works. No, let me back up. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen. Let me back up here. Okay? We know that something works. We don't know why it works, and we don't know how it works. We just know that it works, and if we push a button, then it'll make it work. That's all we know. We know no concepts. We don't know actually how the engine works, how the gas goes into, it has nothing to do with brain cells, James. James says killing brain. It has nothing to do with brain cells. It has to do with learning the concept of how something actually works. The gasoline goes in the chamber. It combusts with the spark plug. It moves the piston. Learning exactly how something works. And when you learn how something works, then you can fix something. Okay? I have a great example of this. If everybody under the age of 35, actually the age of 40, will learn how the government actually worked, we could fix it. But no, hardly anybody knows exactly how the government works. And because we don't know, we can't fix the son bitch. We're fucking up shit because we don't know how actual government works. There are 3 branches of government. And that's the thing. This is part of it, ladies and gentlemen. It's part of it. Yes, Kenny Broussard, it is the cheat code syndrome. Give the easy way out. It's not just that. It's not even cheat code. It's the fact they have all the answers in their fingertips with a fucking phone. And they rely. We're androids. I want you to think about this. It's kind of hilarious they call the android, but we're really an android, or I don't know, we're combined with technology. We're a cyborg. We're actually a cyborg. I'm sorry. We're a cyborg. We're not an android. We're a cyborg. Because we all have these phones. Every person has a fucking phone. We have to live with these fucking phones. We have to have them everywhere they go. I remember the days where I could go to work. I had a pager. And a customer knew I would call you when I got the chance. If I'm doing a job, Mrs. Jones knew I'm going to page him and he will call you as soon as he can. Instead, I'm in the middle of a fucking job and Mrs. Jones wants me fucking now. I had that shit happen today. Dumb motherfucker wants something today, even though I'm getting shot up with fucking Entivio and he wants some. I'm like, dude, I want to tell the guy, hey, dipshit, I'm taking some life-saving medicine. Can you shut the fuck up for a little while and have some compassion in this world and let me have my fucking infusion and stop being an asshole? Yes, that fucking phone will not save their ass when go time comes. You're right, James. You're absolutely right. But this article right here, we're all getting dumber, new science proves, and no one is sure why. You gotta be a dumb shit to not know why. This was written by a fucking millennial or some motherfucker that wrote that stays on the phone. I swear to God. I swear to God. Look. Okay, so so they're talking about in the 20th century, IQ tests were going up and up and up, but that's because we had to learn concepts to build things. The industrial revolution. Hello. That's why people started understanding concepts. They started understanding mathematics more because mathematics were now it went from theoretical mathematics to actual mathematics. Was making things work. That's what it was. It's not like, how can you not know this? I mean, humanity is now officially getting dumber. How long did it take for somebody to figure this out? I mean, come on, this is fucking dumb. I mean, really. It probably shouldn't worry us if some pocket of the population saw a decline in IQ as things like education and diet affect IQ. No. These are things that are used to blame stupidity on the system. That it deflects from the actual system. Okay? It appears to be the entire nation of Norway. Whatever. It's not the entire nation of Norway. Okay? They're talking about Norway. Whatever. They're talking about why. This is not Norway. It's everywhere. I don't care what they say. Okay? It's because we do not know concepts. Again, it's not rocket science. They make it rocket science. Oh, it's the food. Oh, well, it might be the education system, the education system. Well, yeah, when you make shit simpler, of course it is. My facts can be proven. Yes, they can. Yes, they can. You can call it the Lopez factor. Here it is. Stop using the phone or you're going to be dumb. Learn how to use shit other than a phone to learn how things work. Very simple. Lopez Project. Call it the Lopez Project. I don't care what you call it. But damn. Why do I bring this up, you might wonder? Why? Well, let's see here. Okay. Now, for all you science buffs out there, because I was majoring in theoretical physics, so we talked about this a little bit. I've had some conversations about this with certain people. In fact, this is the first time I'm going to have this conversation with you. The technological singularity is the hypothetical point at time in which technological growth becomes uncontrollable and irreversible, resulting in unforeseeable changes to human civilization. Now I'm going to ask you, what do you think will cause that? There's two things, two paths to cause this. And we're getting there. We are actually getting there. AI and non-AI singularity. Those are your 2 points, okay? Now, there's two ways to do it. Either A, and I'm going to get into it. Either A, AI takes over everything, or B, AI augments the human brain and makes us kind of smarter. And maybe AI can help some of these assholes out there to understand concepts of physics when they drive the fucking car and realize stop when you have to, okay? Also, let them realize that if you're not paying attention to the road, you're going to wreck. Stop looking at your fucking phone. Your phone can't drive your car yet, okay? Bottom line is that, so some dumb people, and I'm going to call them dumb because they have, bless their hearts, they think so much of humanity. They think that there's actually going to be everything's going to be good that comes out of all this shit. I'm more of a pessimist. I'm a cynic, okay? Mr. Good's intelligent explosion model predicts a future superintelligence will trigger a singularity. Okay. Let's back up here. We're going to destroy ourselves, or I'm going to talk about what's going to happen in a little bit. But some of these people think that, oh my God, Mr. Super Nice Alien's going to come down and he going to give us some knowledge and we're going to become this master race and we're going to go all over the stars and everything. Let me ask you something, dipshits who say that. Do you think an alien would see our planet right now and want to come down and help us? They're probably saying, we're running for the fucking hills. They kill everything they don't understand. They kill each other. You honestly think we're going down there? Hell no! Come on! Some dipshits think that shit. When you get a chance, read over Technological Singularity. Read over that and have a good laugh, because that's what I think. See the emergence of superintelligence. Whatever. And I love how plausible. Oh, it's all crap. Really, this is what we need to be worried about here. Can we make our robots less biased than we are? AI. That's the thing we need to be scared of more than anything. Because if you look at what humans do to themselves, they could classify as technically as a virus. We do not add anything to our environment. There is no positive recourse from humans being on this planet. We do not contribute to our environmental factors in any way, shape, or form. We are not here. We're not producers. We're consumers. Guess what? When AI figures that out, our ass is grass. I don't care who you are. Elon Musk, he must be trying to make a deal with the devil right now. Because this shit here, AI developers are committing to end the injustices in how their technology is often made and used. Okay. Guys, here's the thing. Programs. We're going to get into this in a second about writing programs for any type of computer. First of all, if your computer messes up, it's because 99% of the time it's user error. You're just going to have to deal with it because that's what it is. Okay? That's what it is. You gotta just deal with it. I'm sorry. Okay? Second thing is that once you set a program, it's going to do what you absolutely tell it, and that's it. It's not going to think. It's not going to adjust. AI, the reason why AI will never be like a human brain is because it will never have the capability to think like we do with emotions. Okay? It's going to always calculate. It's going to use logic, and it's always going to calculate percentages with algorithms. That's all it's going to do. Okay? The free thinking we have, it's biomechanical. It's biochemistry. It's not, there's no way right now we cannot reproduce this, okay? And a program cannot reproduce this right now. So this AI is all about choices. And these choices are dictated by algorithms and logic. So if you think we can make something less biased, guess what? They already are. Robots are already not biased. All they do is follow the programming that they are programmed with. Okay? So, this is the main question here about should AI augment human intelligence, not replace AI should augment human intelligence, not replace it. That's true. Now, because if we go the other route, AI is going to it's not going to be good. Guys, we need, data. All these data companies are getting data from us and stuff. and they're trying to use that for AI and shit, and manipulate things in the marketplace and what you see. AI is used like for advertisements when you watch stuff. Look, guys, here's the thing. You got to realize something. It's working against us right now. But if it would augment our intelligence, it could not be a bad thing. That's what Elon Musk is trying to do. I'm not for that, but I think AI should just go away. But that's just me. Okay? In an economy where data is changing how companies create value and compete, experts predict that using AI at a larger scale will add as much as $15.7 trillion to the global economy by 2030. They're already using it. I told you, stock market trades, advertising. They're using this shit already, guys. Not good. Not good. Okay? This is what I was alluding to. Artificial intelligence will do what we ask. That's a problem. Again, logic, guys. It only follows logic. Now, why do I bring all these up? Okay? Tonight. Because of this. A couple of years ago, I've been following this pretty closely since 2017. So, these AI robots, they did an experiment, guys, where they took two AIs and they let them kind of communicate with each other, and they developed their own language we could not understand. They developed their own language to communicate. Guys, that is scary shit. That is scary shit. You realize what I'm telling you? I want to repeat myself. That two AIs were able to communicate with each other and create their own language. Look. So this is how it went. Bob, I can, I, everything else. Alice, balls have 0 to me, 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 to. Looks like nonsense. But they look, here it is. Here it is. Here's a screenshot. So they did this experiment and they started talking. We'll never know what they're saying to each other. It could be, the biggest cryptographers, I don't think could ever figure this out, guys. Could never figure this out. It's scary. I mean, ladies and gentlemen, this is a scary concept, okay? So let's recap. We're getting dumber. AI is coming out. Logical thinking. No compassion. What does that mean? What does that mean to you and me and everybody else when this shit actually gets going? That's what it fucking means. That's what it means. Motherfucker like that coming at us. That's what it means. That means you know what's going to be fucked up? The AI is going to know that all of humanity knows what this shit is. They relate to it, and they're going to make these motherfuckers look like Arnold Schwarzenegger. They're going to use this shit as a scare tactic. They're going to be smart. AI is going to be smart enough to figure out, you know what? Let's make these motherfucking Terminators. Like, I'm not joking, guys. I'm not joking. I will tell you, and I'll be very real with the audience here. Artificial intelligence scares the living bejesus out of me. It scares the every living shit out of me. Because I know that is the one thing that could wipe us out. It could take, look, I don't think it's going to be like Terminator. But I'll tell you what, it could be damn close if it wants to be, ladies and gentlemen. Y'all need to be ready for these motherfuckers. Now, I'm not saying go smash your laptop and shit. What I'm saying is learn. Go out there, buy a book, an auto mechanics book, and work on a damn car. Go out there, build your own computer from scratch. Learn how computers work. Do something. Show your kids how to do this shit. Because, man, this is getting real. This is getting really real, really soon. And with that, guys, again, thank you for, tuning in. I know it's a little shorter, but it's like a school night to me. So, like always, don't be a shit.